Yo, what's going on, yo? I've been trying to figure out, yo, what's going on with 50, bro? Why is the world's most notorious troll coming at his son's neck? Hold on. Because personally, I don't really like getting into people's business, man. I really don't. Personally, I don't. Me, I could give a damn. But when you make your business public, I guess you kind of open it to like public scrutiny. So, appreciate you guys for locking in with your boy. Why 50 Cent hates his son. That shit is wild, bro. But let's take a look back at the history of how we got to this point. But hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, for real. And this video is brought to you by Patrick CC. I'm going to leave the link in the bio below in case you want to watch it on your own. But let's get right into it, man. Appreciate y'all.
And his son Marquise have had a very public beef for the past few years. He went as far as saying he wouldn't have a bad day if his own child got hit by a bus. 50 posted this bold comment.
Damn. 50 Cent, if both these little niggas got hit by a bus, I wouldn't have a bad. Yo, 50's a savage, bro. 50 is a savage. Now we gotta be real, and especially in the black community, yo. If we got a father that wants nothing to do with his son, we call that dude a deadbeat, right? So I want to know, is 50 exempt from that? I'm gonna try not to pose this video for too long, but I want to know, is 50 exempt from not wanting to have anything to do with his son? Because me personally, I don't know their history, but that's wild. That's a wild tweet, my boy.
And under a photo of Marquise and Kyle McGriff. But when you learn who Kyle is, you might not be surprised about 50's reaction. Kyle McGriff is the son of the infamous kingpin Kenneth Supreme McGriff, who is currently serving a life sentence in federal prison for a long list of crimes. One of those being the attack on 50 Cent, which led him to being shot 9 times. So when 50 sees a photo of his son with the son of the man that tried to take his life away, he felt no remorse. Posting up with McGriff in that photo was a huge sign of disrespect from Marquise. Still, most people saw 50's comment as disrespectful and unimaginable, something they would never say to their own kid, no matter what. He took to Twitter to respond. I have zero ill will towards anyone living on this earth. The people Shaniqua's son looks up to and associates with is a reflection of the negative energy he embraces towards me. I paid his mother $1,360,000 in support to afford him opportunities I never had.
Sheesh. Talk about it, bro. I ain't gonna front. He has a case. He has a case. I paid his mother 1.3 mil in support to afford him opportunities I never had. Pretty sure 50's publicist had something to do with that, but can't argue that.
Most people look at this and think, well, $1.3 million is plenty. I could make that work. However, his ex Shaniqua Tompkins sued him for $50 million, but not for child support, for allegedly burning down their house in May of 2008. He tried to kill me and his own child, said Shaniqua Tompkins, who miraculously survived the suspicious 4 a.m. blaze, which leveled the $2.4 million mansion in Tony Dix Hills, where she lives with the rapper's 10-year-old son Marquise and 4 relatives. She goes on to say that 50 threatened me on Monday that he was going to have someone visit me. Even the local fire chief, Larry Feld, knew something about the situation was weird when he said the fire was definitely suspicious because of the volume of the fire and how fast it spread. Now this is an extreme accusation and seems unlikely that 50 would burn his own house down just so his ex couldn't have it. Ultimately, the lawsuit never went to trial, and we got to hear 50's side of the story months later. The courts told her she had to leave, 50 said. It's kind of more like, if I can't have you, you can't have it. So you figure she lit it up? The interviewer asked. Well, I don't want to say that. Don't try to make me say something I don't want to say, 50 Cent replied. But the circumstances to it might seem that way. 50 says his ex burned the house down. Shaniqua said that he did it. The mystery looms still to this day. But 5 years later, we would get a glimpse of how bad 50's temper actually is when a series of shocking text messages with his son were released. Hey, I'm outside the house at the front door. I came to the front door. The lights went off. You lying? You outside? You fronting? I saw you looking out the window.
Fronting.
Good luck in life. You're gonna need it. LOL, you frontin' hard body now. How you going to see me when I'm in the basement? LMAO. F you. You are your mother's child. LOL, why would you lie about that? I need a blood test, cause that dick-sucking bitch you call mom was fucking the whole time. It's cool. I will never go out my way again. You disrespectful little motherfucker. LOL, you never.
This is what I'm saying. How does this text message leak out, bro? Like, how does this text message leak out? Like, why are we able to have act like if this is legit, which I'm pretty sure it probably is, because nowadays nothing is really private, like for real. But how does this shit leak out? And what a wild ass conversation between the father and the son. That's wild.
Never do. I don't know not father that doesn't even call their son for his birthday, or get him a gift for his b-day or for Christmas.
Shit,
You
I
are
know
your
a
mother's
few.
child. I don't have a son anymore. To no surprise, people were mortified at these messages, confused how a father could speak like that to his 16-year-old son. How did it get this bad? It seems like 50 went out of his way to go visit Marquise, then Marquise didn't come to the door for some reason. Seems like an odd situation, and possibly an overreaction, but we never got any more details from
He
it.
looked just like his
However,
pops,
Shaniqua
bro.
went to the press a year later and said that 50 hasn't seen his teenage son in 2 years. 50 also didn't go to Marquise's high school graduation in May of 2014. Apparently, he wouldn't even call on his birthdays. This became a reoccurring theme, where Shaniqua would go to the press and publicly air out their relationship issues.
Yeesh.
50 claims she is crazy, bitter, and entitled to money and fame just because they have a kid together. But the caveat to all of this is that 50 was contributing money to her and Marquise. A lot. $1.3 million in child support. An insane amount of money, which ended up being around $6,700 per month. But Marquise says it wasn't enough.
It's $6,700 a month.
Okay.
That's not in my eye. It's not a lot of money.
Then open both eyes, nigga. I ain't gonna front. 6,700. Though, yo, bro. When I seen this shit, everybody was kind of talking about it. Yo, man, listen. To say $6,700 isn't enough, boy. I don't know where you living at or what are the things that you need in life in order to prosper. But I know in order to survive, hold on. I know in order to survive, little nigga, that's double the amount, maybe triple the amount that I saw growing up. And a lot of other young cats in the same neighborhood. You give a lot of brothers in the hood $6,700 a month. Hey, a lot of them hustlers is flipping it. A lot of them is flipping it. I know people that ain't got much. $6,700 for free every 30 days. Yeah, you ain't gotta work, bro. To say that ain't enough is wild to me. At least to me. Leave in the comment section if you feel otherwise. Maybe I'm bugging. But I'm used to $500 checks, bro. 67 for just existing because I came out. Man, listen.
I've seen a lot of money. That's not a lot of money.
Now, New York City is the most expensive city in the world, so let's do some quick math. In New York City, a child is entitled to be supported by their parents until the age of 21. 50 and his ex split up in 2008. Marquise turned 21 in 2019, so 50 would legally have to pay support for 11 years. 50 said it was $1,360,000, so that would actually be $10,303 per month. But Marquise said it was just $6,700. Which is a huge difference.
That's wild.
Kind of weird. I don't understand the discrepancy, but let's just go with $6,700. The average cost of rent in New York City in 2009 was $2,400, and in 2019 was $3,200. Let's just call it $3,000 rent for a 2-bedroom apartment. For cost of living, we can go $300.
It's a little on the upside. I think he's scaling it towards the city. That's definitely the city. If you're living in Manhattan, you probably seen about 3 bands for rent. Me, growing up in Brooklyn. It's not that high, but it's pretty high in New York, bro. Like, you ain't getting much for $2,500. You probably get like a $2,500. You could probably get 2 bedrooms, bro. 2 bedrooms for real. So he ain't too off.
$100 for utilities, $150 for internet, $750 for car payment and insurance. You can also just ride the subway. That's $129 per month for an unlimited Metro card, $1,000 for food. I don't know, $700 for clothes. We just got up
You leaving that $500 for bud.
to $6,000, and as you can see, I overestimated on all these expenses, and $6,700 is still enough money. And that's not even including another potential $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per month that Marquise's mother could be contributing. I think we can all agree $6,700 is plenty. But Marquise didn't exactly say it wasn't enough money, it just wasn't enough for the lifestyle he expected to have.
Raise a celebrity A-list
I paid child
child.
support. I paid $350,000.
Your child is not me.
Brother,
Your child
is this
is not
nigga?
me. Your child never been on a private jet before. Your child don't get fly
Nigga,
like
I've
me.
been-
Marquise thinks that since
He said all this? I know he ain't just say this. Your child ain't never. So these, like, and this is what we have. I'ma chill, bro.
He is the son of a rap
chill, bro.
superstar, that he deserves a certain lifestyle. He says he has been in 13-bedroom mansions, flown private jets, traveled around the world. Why should he have to go back to living an average lifestyle?
Who is he?
Most people are calling him spoiled, entitled, but Marquise denies that.
So when he paints this entitlement shit out in the public, he's entitled. Bro, I could have went to school and flunked out 5-10 years, and I didn't. Because I'm not entitled and I do not care about no bread, bro. And if I really care about some bread, I'll be kissing his ass.
Based on Marquise feeling like he needs to live a certain lifestyle, being the son of an
I ain't gonna
A-list
front.
celebrity
He
is
sound like his
literally
daddy,
the
though.
definition of
He his daddy's
entitlement,
son.
which is believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment.
That's wild.
Entitlement creates resentment. If Marquise asked for a pair of Jordans on Monday, his mother would make sure they were on his feet by Tuesday. It still didn't make him happy. Instead of being excited to rock his new pair of Jordans, all Marquise could think about was all of the retro Jordans he didn't have, all the different flyaways and colors that weren't in his closet.
Put that in his book.
When he should have felt gratification, all he really felt was disappointment.
50 wanted his son to work for his own money, not just live off of his father.
My issue with Marquise wasn't that he wanted all those sneakers. When I was a kid, I wanted sneakers too. The difference is that I was willing, make that determined, to do the work necessary to obtain them. I wouldn't for a second want Marquise to have to resort to the type of work I put in to get my kicks. At the time, I perceived selling drugs as the only viable option in my environment, so I pursued it. Marquise has so many more options in front of him than I ever had. I just needed to see him pick one and put in the work.
The saddest part about this back and forth is that it seems to have done damage beyond repair for the two.
Look at them two, bro. They look exactly alike.
I used to.
Shit.
You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back?
You can hear the pain and disappointment in 50's voice.
Sheesh.
Although Marquise is going viral for being ungrateful, it seems like what he truly wishes is to have a relationship with his father. Marquise wanted his dad to be there for him emotionally. He claims he doesn't care about the money. It doesn't make up for the missed birthdays, not going to graduation, never visiting. Of course 50 is super famous and extremely busy, but you can understand why the boy would feel the way he does. He just ruins his argument when he starts talking about money. Parents show love in different ways. Some fathers provide more financial support than emotional support. Some people think that mothers are supposed to be the emotional support for the child. All parents raise their kids differently. There's not one right way to do it. The most toxic part about this whole situation is that instead of talking to each other, they air out their differences on Instagram Live, radio interviews, and through TMZ. 50 is known for being petty, trolling, sarcasm.
That video
Marquise
was wild.
is the same way. They are making light of serious situations for the public to have a laugh, or for some Instagram likes. One thing we know for sure is that the only way this will ever get solved is if 50 and Marquise finally decide to sit down and talk everything out, privately, off of social media. 50 Cent
I ain't gonna front. That shit was wild. Yo, even when you
and his son Marquise have had a very public
yo, bro, there's no denying that that's 50's son in more ways than one. Not only did they look alike, but even the way that they talk, like, it's just, you see 50 in them, bro. And it's tough because, like, you hate to see private family shit get splattered over the internet, but this is the day and age we're living in. I ain't gonna front. Both these motherfuckers are petty. He get it from his daddy, and God knows where 50 get his level of pettiness from. You can't cook that thing up in a pot, bro. 50 is one of a kind, man. But yeah, to take a photo with an op son that shot 59 times was wild. Could I personally forgive that if my child did that to me? That's heavy, bro. Who am I to tell any man what to forgive and like what's tolerable? But the situation is wild, bro. 6,700 is more than enough to do good in life. But then again, is it enough to substitute being absent? I don't know if you could put a price on that. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Link to the original videos in the bio. Holla at my boy. He puts up dope content, Patrick CC. And until next time, man, I rock with y'all if y'all rock with me. It's your boy Gabos. I'm out.